Hello, everyone. I wanted to offer a life hack on something that I know how to do, and I offer it to you if you need it. And that is how to make your kids be great readers. I know make is a really strong word, but I got mad skills and I'm going to share them with you. Um, And I come to this from being a highly qualified English teacher for high schoolers, as well as a GED teacher, but also being a parent of kids. I have two kids, and I have a stepson as well. So, why? This is like the words are backwards though. I thought this would be so helpful, but I don't think it will be. So, why? Why should your kids or your students or even maybe yourself, because any of these could apply in different contexts, why should they be good readers? Well, one is the way our world is. We spend a lot of time reading and writing. On the online world and social media, and um, it's just for just about any occupation you have, there's a heavy amount of reading and writing, and reading helps writing. So it's good to be a good reader just for your adult life, no matter what you're doing with it. Another reason why it's good to be a good reader is because it really helps academic success for kids. Because in the early grades, they're learning how to read, and in the higher grades, they're reading um, to learn. I mean, they're learning via reading a lot of the times, versus like learning by doing. So, if your kids um, or your students or whatnot are good readers, they're going to have greater academic success. So, those are the whys. So, let's get down to it and talk about how. And I have some simple, doable things that you can do to improve reading for anybody that are painless. You don't have to have any special training or ability to get these things done. Okay, so first, you should be a good example. Um, your kids or students or whatever should witness you reading, um, and however that looks. Reading on a screen, reading to yourself, reading out loud, however that looks. So just be an example. The second way you can increase reading is to read for fun. So, what does that mean? So, you should read things that you enjoy, and your kids should read things they enjoy. Not that you enjoy, but they enjoy. So, all my kids are boys, and so we aren't necessarily having the same interest. I'll talk about my youngest. My youngest, when he was 2, he was really into trucks. He liked to see trucks. He liked to talk about trucks. He liked to play with toy trucks. And so he really liked books about trucks. And we go to the library, every couple of weeks and get a whole stack of books for the kids. And I just got a lot of truck books for him when he was 2. And then his interest changed when he was 3 to bugs. He liked all kinds of bugs. So then I got bug books. And now he likes Batman. And it's a challenge because I'm trying to find age appropriate Batman stories that aren't too violent. And so that's a challenge, but my library is great and it does have Batman stories for younger readers. Okay? So when it's stuff that they like, they're going to like looking at the book with and without you. And that's the main thing to hook them in. And even for yourself, I mean, I think everybody should read for fun. So, and the third easy hack for encouraging reading skill is to read everything. So that means you're at the store and you read labels and you read signs that you walk by and you read or drive by and you read. I put the closed captioning, the CC on our TV all the time. So whenever the TV's on, there's words on there, and I can read them out loud, as well as, we can hear it as well as read it. And so it's just like, if it's like constant, your kids are going to hook in that like words are everywhere and you can read all kinds of things. Okay? So that one is a great one. And then the fourth how-to tip I have is to read together. Okay? So for our kids, since they were I don't know exactly, but somewhere between 1-year-old and 2-year-old, we would read to them every night. And me and my husband, we take turns. Like, I read one night, you read the next night, or we take turns with the kids. Like, I'll read to this kid, you read to that kid. So we get all the kids read. And when they're tiny, you read to them, right? And then when they can read and they're getting older, definitely like first grade, second grade, get readers that they can read that's at their level from the library, and you have them read to you and then you read to them, okay? And then if you're together and you're reading to them, you don't have to, you can read things to them that are above their reading level, as long as it's high interest for them, because you're helping them, right? And then whatever they read to you, just make sure it's, their reading level appropriate. And then you can both read things together. There are some great books that I've found in the children's section at the library that is like one side of the page is the kids' reading level and just has a few words, and then the right side of the page, or the right page, has more dense text, like a few sentences with higher vocabulary that the parent can read. And then, you're like taking turns in the same book reading. So, reading together also is a bonding time. It's a closeness time, and even big kids love to do things with you, their parent or their caregiver or their teacher or their coach or their tutor, or whatever the case may be. It is an opportunity to be close with somebody else and share an experience. So that makes reading much more fun and engaging. Okay, and oops, my last how-to tip I'm going to give you is to get extra help if you need it. If your child is struggling to read, you might want to investigate that a little bit and see if there's anything that's kind of a simple fix to help out. Like maybe they need glasses, so get their eyes checked, or work with your school, see if there's some kind of learning disability or something else that's interfering. And if there is, whatever the challenge may be, just get extra help. Um, do things that support that particular challenge. Um, and take it slow and take it easy and don't put it all on yourself. If you need to get a tutor for your child or some other similar support, just go for it and do it and try and see if you can get it done, even if it's expensive or there's not a lot of access. Just keep asking and keep talking and try and find some resources that work for you and your family. Because why take the extra step there is because it's just so vitally important, the reading piece, and fulfilling. So go for it. And all these tips I just gave you, you don't have to do all of them. You can just do the ones that are easy for you and work for your family or work for you as an individual, and you can adapt them however you want, or you could just do one thing or whatever. I do think these tips have a cumulative effect, meaning that your child or your student is going to read even better the more there are different things supporting that. So, just doing one thing will help a little, and that's great. And doing, 3 things is going to help a lot, and that's even better. So there's actually a lot of research that I didn't talk about in this video supporting these habits and tips, but you're welcome to look those up. And I want to reassure you and that I know what I'm talking about by talking a little bit about my accomplishments. And I'm not used to tooting my own horn, so I'm going to get a little bit of practice here with that and tell you that my 12-year-old is reading at a high school level, at a 12th grade level. And we've done all these habits with him since he was about 1.5. My stepson is a good reader too. Now, I can't claim all the responsibility for this because, I think the kids have innate ability as well. So I'm not taking all the credit, but these things did help with my kids. And I have a 4-year-old, and he's already can read small words like and to and the, and he has good letter recognition. And I wasn't pushy or anything. We're just reading Batman. So, it's not unreasonable or a big ask or anything like that. But my kids are doing great, and they're great readers, and school is fun and easy for them. And that is all I could ask for and more, And I've had similar accomplishment in these things in my working life, for that are backed up with successive test scores and whatnot. So it can really make a difference even for teachers. If you can encourage reading for fun, for example, with doing their selection of a book report, it can really help doing things like that. So I hope I helped, and this is my life hack on how to encourage folks to be better readers. Have a great day. Bye.